Paul Pogba is sold, you're raising, let's be moderate and say £130 million coming in for him, and around £70 million ish ballpark figure for Lukaku, who the club are still trying to move on. Because that's my viewpoint here. I believe the club are trying to sign Bruno Fernandes and Maguire. I think the two additional signings they would look at would be Milinkovic-Savic and Pepe.
Welcome to Football Index, the stock market for footballers. We're so confident you'll love Football Index and make a profit that we'll refund any losses up to £1,000 if you don't. This is how a welcome offer works. First off, create an account. The offer becomes active as soon as you make your first deposit. All deposits made within your first month are covered by our money-back guarantee. If you haven't had the most profitable start after your first month, you can email us and we'll refund your losses up to £1,000. You'll be able to withdraw your money or rebuild your portfolio from scratch. This is the perfect time to get involved in Football Index. Take advantage.
Hello, welcome back to the Football Terrace. Good day, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a positive, happy day. It's so hot here in London. I cannot tell you how warm it is right now in the UK, but you got to enjoy it while it lasts because our toes will be numb by the wet, horrible, cold weather we always get here soon. So enjoy it, smile, and be as happy as you can be. Big shout out to our title sponsors, the Football Index, the football stock market, as we all know it. If you want to sign up and get your account and claim your £1,000 money back guarantee, the exclusive link to do that is in the description below, where you can find more information on it. Of course, enter the promo code Football Terrace as well. You must be over the age of 18 and live and reside inside the UK. Now we're here to talk a little bit more about Manchester United and some news that has been circulating in the past 24 hours. And I really wanted to take a bit more of an in-depth look at these players and also the validity of the claims that are being made. But more importantly than all of that, gauge your opinion. As the audience and the main participators at the Football Terrace, this is your platform. This is for you to express your opinions and tell us what you're thinking and feeling. I want to know what you feel about this reported £225 million triple signing that Manchester United and Ed Woodward are trying to pull off. Now, we know that Woodward is not going to be meeting up with the Manchester United squad for any more of their tour. Him and his negotiating team are working tirelessly to try and get these deals over the line for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Solskjaer himself has kind of come out and tempered things very well, in my opinion, and basically said, you know, we're going to try and get new business done, but if we can't, we're happy with the squad. And essentially, that's how managers should be behaving and talking. You do not want to alienate people. You don't want to throw any kind of you don't want to sow any seeds of doubt into these players when you're trying to rebuild their confidence and build for the new season ahead. You have to say you have faith in them, and of course additions would make you better than you already are. But the club are trying. The club are doing everything in their power to make some signings, and these three individuals are big money signings totaling £225 million, and I want your viewpoints and opinions on them. One that isn't going away is Nicolas Pepe, a player that we all felt, and I certainly did, would be making his move to Liverpool Football Club. I thought that would be done by now. It's reported that Man United have made an initial bid, which has been rejected, but most people still think that the Lille star, the Ivorian, will leave Lille at some point between now and the end of the transfer window. This article here says United appeared to be in pole position to sign Pepe, but several Premier League clubs are interested in buying the player, with Arsenal, Liverpool and Everton also monitoring the player's situation at Lille. Pepe scored 23 goals in 45 games last season as they finished second in Ligue 1 and secured Champions League qualification ahead of Lyon and Marseille. And you got to understand that Pepe was an absolutely integral part of this, a hugely integral part of getting Lille to where they finished in the league with those goals, not to mention his assists as well. The article goes on to say the forward is reportedly open for a move to the Premier League, with the player's agent indicating Pepe is looking for a club where he will play and continue to progress. And that's the interesting point there that needs to be focused on, that sentence, where he will play and continue to progress. Now, Liverpool have been the front runners all along, but the reason why over the past couple of weeks, Arsenal first, followed by Manchester United, are now being spoken about as the preferred destination of Pepe is because of that. Will play regularly and will continue to progress. The fear of joining Liverpool is that you're competing against arguably the deadliest trio in European football. Fighting your way in and getting yourself into the first team in front of especially Mo Salah, who's going to be playing on that right-hand side. Mohamed Salah, the best player in the Premier League for the past 2 years. That is an awfully difficult task for any player to pull off. Another player whose name keeps cropping up is that of Milinkovic-Savic. There's an article here that says they don't even feel that this will affect Man United's pursuits of Bruno Fernandes, which I find a real interesting one. And you can see here a tweet here from his journalist who says the arrival of Milinkovic-Savic to Manchester United, around 80 million euros, will not exclude that of Bruno Fernandes. Milinkovic-Savic should replace Paul Pogba. And this is the interesting point of this, and it's where I want to gauge your viewpoints and opinions. The Milinkovic-Savic deal, we have said all summer, because it's been reported for the majority of the summer from sources in Italy, that Milinkovic-Savic will only happen if Manchester United sell Paul Pogba. So if this is true, and we sign these three players, Savic, Pepe and Maguire, for £225 million, plus we spend another 70 odd million pounds on Bruno Fernandes, you are looking there at an outlay of £300 million. But the interesting point, and what I think really needs to be focused on, is what we're going to be getting back in return. We know there's already been an outlay already on Aaron Wan-Bissaka and of course Dan James. But if Paul Pogba is sold, you're raising, let's be moderate and say £130 million coming in for him, and around £70 million-ish ballpark figure for Lukaku, who the club are still trying to move on. Because that's my viewpoint here. I believe the club are trying to sign Bruno Fernandes and Maguire. I think the two additional signings they would look at would be Milinkovic-Savic and Pepe, but only if Lukaku and Paul Pogba move on respectively. That means the outlay is only going to be around about net of £100 million. So it sounds grand, it sounds huge, it sounds massive when you say United are going to spend £225 million on three players, plus another £70 million on Bruno Fernandes. It is a huge amount of money. But £200 million plus of that outlay will be offset by the sales of Lukaku and Paul Pogba. But the big question is, will Man United be improving? Will you forget rivals for a minute? You as a Man United fan, if you saw Paul Pogba and Lukaku leave tonight, and tomorrow morning Maguire, Pepe, Milinkovic-Savic and Bruno Fernandes were all announced, it won't happen like that, but let's just paint this little hypothetical world, would you be happy? Would you be confident going into the new season ahead? That is where I want to gauge your viewpoints and your opinions. Taking a look here at some of the player profiles, we've got Milinkovic-Savic up right now. Excellent player at 24, by the way. And one thing I would shout out, take a look at his football index price, £1.63. That is an absolute snip. Nicolas Pepe, young, 24 years of age, plays on that right-hand side predominantly. Again, 47 goals and 21 assists. And what's massively impressive about this young lad is the amount of successful dribbles he's completed. It's huge. And of course, the other player, we've touched on him a lot in the last few days, has been Harry Maguire, one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League. And I still think well worth a look when it comes to purchasing him on the football index at £2 and 34 pence is his price at this moment in time. Taking a closer look here at Nicolas Pepe, a relatively young and fresh player, 156 games, 47 goals, 21 assists. That is a pretty good return. And when you consider 22 of those goals came just last season, it shows the massive improvement in him. Another area where I think he'll fit into Manchester United brilliantly. If you look at the positions that he plays here on the right hand side, the majority of his games come on that right hand side, 80 of his games. But he's played 19 of them centrally. And I think something that's going to be very identifiable about Manchester United's style, the way they attack, the way they move forward, is going to be the fluidity and the ability for the front three, maybe even the front four, to interchange and move roles throughout the course of a game. Now, someone like Pepe will always predominantly play and pull out to that right-hand side, but if he is comfortable coming centrally, that adds that extra string to his bow and Manchester United's. And as you can see here, 321 successful dribbles completed in 157 games. That is I think people need to understand the quality of that player dribbling ability is massive. Taking another look here and a close look at Milinkovic-Savic as well. Again, 202 games for this guy. And as you can see, plays a lot deeper. Plays a lot deeper when it comes to his position, central midfield, sometimes as the DM as well. Can move into that attacking position. So very versatile. Where that suits Manchester United is you're replacing some of the creativity that you're going to lose with Paul Pogba. Not all of it, because Paul Pogba was the best in the world in that position, but you're replacing some of it. But where Milinkovic-Savic is absolute dynamite is controlling that tempo, controlling that game in central midfield. And if you couple that in with the potential purchase of Bruno Fernandes, who would replace the goals, who would replace the creativity of Paul Pogba, the two of them collectively make Manchester United a different beast altogether. And I think what's worth pointing out and focusing on is, again, the versatility within Milinkovic-Savic's game. He can drop into that defensive midfield role, and he can play CM as well as playing the attacking midfield aspect. So depending upon the formation, whether it's a 4-2, or 4-2-4, 4-2-3-1, or 4-3-3, Milinkovic-Savic is interchangeable. And that for me is going to become the common theme here. United need players that are versatile. And over the course of the next 2 to 3 years, I think you're going to see more and more players come in who, of course, have specialisms. Central midfield here for Milinkovic-Savic, the right wing for Pepe, as we just mentioned. However, versatility is going to be key. It's going to be paramount for the speed of play that Man United are going to have, the pressing game that they're going to bring to the fore, and the way they want to play football. That ball is going to stay on the ground. It's why the man on the screen now, Harry Maguire, is going to be so important also. Defenders that can play out from the back and are comfortable with the ball at their feet. Midfielders that can operate in 2 or 3 positions when needed, and an attacking lineup where if you get pulled in centrally because of the play, you're comfortable. If you're sitting out on the left, you're comfortable. If you get switched to the right to attack a different fullback, you're comfortable. That is going to be key to Man United's success moving forward. So I want your viewpoints and opinions on this. £225 million to bring in these players, plus the potential signing still of Bruno Fernandes. Is that good enough to take Manchester United forward if Paul Pogba and if Lukaku leave at the same time? I really want to gauge your viewpoints and opinions on that. Make sure you go and check out, by the way, our title sponsors, the Football Index. Our exclusive link to sign up to that app is inside the description below. And just so a lot of people know, we've been very open and transparent about our portfolio at the Football Terrace. We are up 40% on the money that we have purchased in shares over the course of 2019, over £602 in profit so far, and that is going to continue to grow and grow over the course of this forthcoming season. We want to take you on that journey. If you just want to watch and join in and give opinions, that's brilliant. But if you really want to get involved, if you have the disposable income to start to purchase these shares in players on the Football Index, please give it a go. Use our promo code Football Terrace. Sign up via the link below and let us know how you get on. As ever, thanks for all tuning in. Please hit that like button. Please hit the comments down below. We want to know what you think and feel about these deals. Subscribe, and we'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye.